You're sitting here saying the budgets are getting more expensive. They're going to do what Xbox is doing. And I'm telling you, they're showing no signs of that.
Oh, my favorite.
Yep, it's another Reforge video. You guys already knew this one was coming, especially when I saw it on Twitter where he was basically saying that PlayStation's not following the steps of Xbox. There's no way it could. But then I watched the rest of the clip on his stream, just kind of pinpointed to see if if the things he was saying was actually true or being, taken out of context. No, this is all legit, all 100%. You guys can even go check out his streams if you want to see if I'm fibbing or anything like that. I don't do that, but I will always encourage you guys to go check the source material to see if I am fibbing. But other than that, this one's going to be an interesting take from Reforge. So besides all that, big old mess right there, please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack. And let's just go ahead and dive right into that content, because this one's going to be a doozy and I'm going to lose sleep over this one.
The internal leaks from Insomniac show them thinking completely different about deliverables and monetization.
So let me get this straight. One little studio makes up the whole company, and that's how they're going forward with everything, right? Even though they could have gone day and date with Spider-Man 2 and the original Spider-Man and made a lot more money than just the enclosed ecosystem that they've made, even though they've barely made profit on the Spider-Man series. Let that one settle in for a second. They barely made even with the fucking Spider-Man series. That should really tell you something. And from those leaks too, it sounds and looks like they've tapped, the maximum market that they can with the Spider-Man, with Spider-Man 2. And the best way that they could possibly think of growing that revenue is possibly splitting the fucking games up, mind you, which is an absolutely terrible idea. I don't know why people think it's a really good idea. Or B, they could go day and date with fucking PC and possibly put the games on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Xbox. Yeah, there's more revenue for them to earn without splitting up their games and just making it worse, a possible worse experience for everybody. But no, Reforge is totally against that idea.
The shareholders' calls with Hiroki Totoki and Herman Holst, there is no signs of them saying, we're in trouble, we need to start multi-plat development.
Yeah, you must have been at the top of your fucking class.
Why would they say that? Why would they even say that at all, that they're in financial trouble? They're having trouble growing. Why would they say that, Reforge? No, seriously, why would you sit there in front of your investors and say, well, we're a bit of stagnant in here, and the only way we could figure out is just to, just milk our fan base to absolute death, which I'm guaranteed, which they're going to probably do anyway, but granted, why would you admit that to your own investors right there? That's just stupid.
What you're doing is you're repeating fan fiction nonsense from dishonest content creators who keep saying that that's where the industry's going.
Are you sure about that, Reforge? Because see, I remember about a decade ago, Phil Spencer made a certain quote saying, not every Xbox One game is coming to PC. Doesn't that sound familiar? Like a certain CEO that you keep parading around saying, not every fucking game's coming to PC day and date. Doesn't that one sound familiar? How they're focusing on live services a lot more than single player games, kind of like another company that we know. Doesn't it sound familiar, Reforge?
If that's where the industry's going, the first time you'll know it is when they say it in a shareholders call.
You serious?
Oh, right, Reforge. They definitely tell them everything that they're doing, right? Even though this gets leaks out to the public, yeah, they're going to tell them everything that they're doing. Right, Reforge? Even though from the investor calls, we didn't hear about the, what's been going on with Spider-Man, how they barely broke even and their sales figures and how much they, lost with that and how they just barely broke even. Yeah, we definitely heard that with the investor calls. Now, did we, Reforge?
And then they will restructure their studios around it. They haven't done that.
In case you didn't know, this is what stupid looks like.
Hey, Reforge, what do you think they invested so much money into Nixes? Do you understand why they did? Because they're starting to port over to PC, and it's starting to get quicker and quicker and quicker. Why don't you understand that? You do realize day and date is coming very soon for PC. You know that, right? And then after maybe a year or 2 or 3, they'll start porting their games over to Xbox. Just watch.
They would announce it, they would forecast it, they would hire for it, they would restructure for it. They're doing the opposite. They're reinvesting in their studios, they're reinvesting in the format that's worked, and then they have porting companies to bring their games to PC.
What do you think they brought Nixon for? What do you think they bought it in the first place, Reforge? It's because they want to port to PC. They no longer see PC as a threat to the console fucking ecosystem. Do you understand that? They know that they're not going to get PC players like me onto the PlayStation ecosystem because we're not going to buy a PlayStation system. I did that once and I regretted buying the PS5. That thing was just shit.
They're clearly showing you that they don't agree with your prediction.
Reforge, they can say it over and over again until they're blue in the face, basically saying that they're not going to port to PC, but actions speak louder than words, and their actions are speaking very loudly right now.
These are the money men. These are the guys that figure out how to maximize profit and earnings for their shareholders, and they're not saying what you're saying. They're saying, no, we're going to do this.
I'ma plant me a dumbass tree.
You really think listening to the people that give you nothing but remakes of old fucking games that are just like barely a decade old, you know, The Last of Us, The Last of Us 2, you really think them giving you remakes and then live services that are like, well, not 10 years old, but like 10 live services, mind you, 10 live services that even Sony's not even known for fucking live services, mind you, and you think you're going to listen to them? And these are the same people that gave you Concord? You think it's a good idea to listen to these people for business decisions? Really?
Yes, because companies always wait for another company to do it first. No, that's not true.
Nobody tell them what happened with Apple and Xerox. Don't tell them. No, nobody go to his comment section and tell him. You leave him alone, let him be stupid, because he doesn't realize that companies do steal from each other and iterate on those and just make it a better product for us. Don't let him know. Don't. He doesn't know business as a business at all, and this is fucking obvious. And if you don't know what happened, well, let me give you the short little story of what happened with Xerox and Apple. Well, Xerox decided to invite Apple over to peek under the hood of what they had cooking up, and Apple's like, yo, I could copy that and make it a better product and sell it. And well, yeah, the rest is history.
What you're saying is utter nonsense. They make their decisions based on their own projections and their own research and their own money.
Let me out of my misery.
He really thinks companies just sit there all day, just researching and doing projections all day. Not they don't do scummy shit to each other all the damn time. You... Next clip, please. I'm so fucking done.
You think Herman Hulst is sitting there like, let's wait and see if Xbox does it. We kicked the living snot out of them second generation in a row.
Reforge, what happened with the Xbox One? You know how they were saying the DRM thing was going to be a prevalent thing and you couldn't share your games, and Sony literally saw what they were doing. They said, yo, the freaking audience members aren't happy about that. This is the best time to take advantage of their stupidity. And guess what they did? They took full advantage of Xbox stupidity and fucking just ran them over. Do you not understand how business works, Reforge? Because it's pretty obvious you don't.
Track with me on this. Xbox just strongly incentivized PlayStation to never do what Xbox is doing. Do you want to know why? They won.
You're pathetically predictable.
This is the same dude that'll put us on blast, basically saying he's not a Sony pony, even though he's right here in front of everybody, console warring, basically saying that Sony won the console war. I just want everybody to remember that this man right here is literally in the camp of Sony right now. I don't want to see any fucking clips of him saying I'm not in the camp for Sony. I don't simp for one fucking company, even though there's definitive proof right here you fucking are. And Reforge, they don't care about your console warring. You want to know why? Because they're there to make fucking money, okay? That's what they want by the end of the day. They don't give a shit about you as a person. They don't care what you do for the brand. What they do care for what you will do for the brand is obviously buy games. And motherfucker, you guys have been buying remakes like fucking crazy. So it kind of explains why they're just pouring out remakes like crazy.
They won the fight. and they just get to do a 30% scrape on a bunch of games that they didn't pay to develop and they didn't pay to market. It's just more money for PlayStation.
Listen to him. He is literally word for word console warring for PlayStation. He is literally doing it right in front of you. If you guys ever hear him say, I'm not console warring, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just putting words in my mouth. Just remind him, part of this segment of the video, that you are console warring.
An increase in revenue coming to their platform because of what Xbox has done. You think that's going to make them say, well, we should copy them? No.
Wrong.
So what you're literally telling me is that they shouldn't port their games over to Xbox, where they can sell like an extra 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million copies. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're basically saying, that they shouldn't do it. Thank God you are not in charge of a fucking business, Reforge, because goddamn you would suck at it.
We now get automatic revenue increases that we were not originally planning on getting. We're going to get all this extra revenue from all these Xbox games.
Same thing could be said if they ported their games over to fucking Xbox. Oh, we're getting that 70% revenue from them. Holy shit, we're making extra money here. Oh my God.
Most people think that they would do better than the leadership, but that is common until they get there and they see that it's not the way they think it is. Right, MASH? Exactly.
If you put me in a position of power of where I actually controlled what PlayStation games were actually going to be made and all that type of stuff, I would drain you fuckers of your wallets. Every fucking wallet would be dry of $1 and there would be nothing you fuckers could do. You would look at these games like, I need them now. I need them so fucking desperately. I need them now. Oh, there's a new TV show that came out about my new favorite video game. Oh my God, I need to go watch it. I need to go subscribe to this live service over here. I have so many fucking ideas. You fuckers wouldn't even be able to handle it. Don't believe me? Here's what I would do if I became CEO of PlayStation. My first motion to do would bring Bloodborne and Demon Souls to the fucking PC and give them both remakes to enough to where there's like brand new content on them, and give the PlayStation people a reason to buy those games again. Watch, I have plenty of fucking ideas.
No, Xbox just said, here's our stuff. Enjoy making money off all the stuff that we're spending money on. Microsoft's operating costs in their gaming division is through the dadgum roof now. Their operating cost is enormous. It's enormous. And PlayStation's operating cost is roughly the same.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Wouldn't that be more of an incentive for them to port over games to Xbox and have day and date on PC more now? Wouldn't that be more of an incentive for them? Duh.
Sony hasn't changed, going strong, says Creature. Nintendo hasn't changed, going strong. Xbox changed. They're following Sega out the door.
You know they bought up the studio, Nixes, right, Reforge? You know they bought them up, right, for a reason, to port over to PC. You do understand that, right?
Not an exact comparison, but you think phone companies don't try to follow or copy Apple after they do?
You see that hamster going? You see the brain cells like colliding with each other? Yeah, wait till you hear his answer.
Well, I think that's like a technology, an industry disruption with technology like the iPhone is not analogous to what you're saying.
God, this fucking hurts, and it's only gonna keep going too, fam. Oh, God, Sunday can't get here any faster where I can really rip his head off.
Get as many people using it as possible. They make software, they make tools, and games are not that, but they're treating games in that way.
I swear to God, stupid people who think they're smart make me want to eat my own shit.
No, listen to how Herman Hulst talks about PlayStation, or Hiroki Totoki talks about PlayStation and contrast it to how Satya talks about Xbox.
When PlayStation starts to go day and date with PC and start porting their games over to Xbox, this man will have the biggest fucking meltdown along with 2 other Sony ponies, and I will cover it. I swear to God, it's going to be a glorious fucking day.
Live service games go day and date on PC and PlayStation. That helps with your player base. And then our big first-party tentpole narrative-driven games, they hit PlayStation first, they come to PC later. We view that as an additive market, hoping that those people might buy a PlayStation later. Clearly, the strategy's working.
Hey, Reforge, a bit of changing the plans.
These are the guys at the top, and they're casting vision, they're driving trajectory. And Herman Hulst and Hiroki Totoki, you listen to them talk about PlayStation, the console is the center of the business. And you hear Satya Nadella talk, and he's talking about just putting games everywhere.
Yeah, I might have stayed that for a while, but then Helldivers 2 came out to PC and console at the same time, and they saw Helldivers on PC starting to outsell the console. Yeah, hey Reforge, you're not ready.
I wouldn't ask these people how to get to the grocery store. They're so bad at predicting what's coming.
Mark your calendars right now, January 25th, 2025, that Reforge said that we have the worst predictions ever. So Reforge, when they start going day and date and they and they start porting their games over to Xbox, I want you to remember who the man told you that you were fucking wrong and you're a fraud. But anyway, fam, that's enough out of me and Reforge. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully I made it enough and enjoyable for you guys, because if I did, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. I want my channel to grow, and I really, really do. And if you want more of my type of content, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to make it to 10K by the end of this year. So thank you very much for watching. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later, fam.